We are the DFPN. Always question the answers.
No Gimmicks Podcast, and we bring it to you. Every time we turn live, man, you know it's the truth. Every after show, move it down. This the time we move around. No Gimmicks Podcast is going down. Every night, every time in the ring. This is the time for the No Gimmicks. No, we doing our thing. What's your state of mind? State divine. Moving down a statement when we take the line. This is exactly wrestling the state design. When you see Stone Cold like me, with the stunner in the world, exactly, man, what we bring. Every night we move like Brock Lesnar, the F5, no gimmicks. We take you to your limit, what's the feeling? When we live in the air, you know we on, that's the time. Guarantee we move, you know how we respond. The state is mine, the state design when we feel it. Moving down, what's the healing? No gimmicks is the feeling.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Gimmicks Podcast here on the DFPN. We got a good show for you tonight. We ain't gonna keep y'all too long. We just finished Dynamite. Let's roll into the show. My co-host, the fabulous one, D Vader. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing tonight?
Copacetic, man. Copacetic. We had some surprises this week. We got some stuff to talk about. Things didn't go the way a lot of people planned. There may be some anger in the air.
I mean, it could be. I mean, we gonna get into it.
Let's talk about it.
Hey,
let's talk about it. But welcome all to the show. Let's jump in. It's gonna be all WWE tonight, so let's talk about it. Starting now. All right, in the world of the WWE, of course, one of the big four, the Royal Rumble, kicked off this past weekend. Surprise, Jey Uso is the one that walked out among the 30 in the men's. Not really so much on the women's side, Charlotte Flair. She's your Rumble winner, but the biggest surprise of the night is obviously Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. Surprised or not?
yeah, actually, I was surprised. I ain't gonna lie when it happened, because what it came down to, him and Cena, I kind of figured they may pull Jay, but I wasn't sure, to be honest.
Me neither.
I thought, but when they got out there and they did the whole slow, dramatic build, and then they finally hit the finish, okay, this is where they're going. So it was a cool surprise.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of people out there that hate on the decision and felt that it shouldn't have happened. Me personally, I'm happy for Jay. I'm happy that they pulled the trigger on him finally. I've been saying on this podcast for months, I've been saying in private conversations that you and I have had, that you cannot be main event Jey Uso without being in the main event.
I absolutely agree, man. Absolutely agree. And you were one of the few that advocated for him. I just want that to be on record. Like you really did. You really did advocate for Jey Uso to be a bigger star, which leads me into my first question, really second question. But he won the Royal Rumble. Does this make him a bigger star or not?
I think that Jay is in this transition period right now. And he's a transitional star, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is that he was already over.
Yeah.
But now he is over. Okay. We had this conversation earlier today, and I go back to what I look for him as is I see him as like Sting. Okay. I see him as a 1990 Sting.
Yep.
When Sting went out there and beat Ric Flair at the Great American Bash and became the WCW champion. That's where we're at right now with Jey Uso. So this is where WWE is going to have to be very, very careful with their booking of Jay going into WrestleMania, whether he wrestles Gunther or wrestles Cody Rhodes. They have to be very careful. You can either have two outcomes of this. You can have Jey Uso win clean, as in Sting beating Ric Flair at the Great American Bash, Or you can have Jey Uso beat Gunther, or he beats Cody, and they do the Sting 97 finish with Hogan, where it's going to
Yeah.
have a black cloud over it forever in the business. And no one's ever going to get over it. And it's going to be like, hey, we told you so.
Yeah, I agree with that. And what we talked about earlier offline is he reminds me the look and feel right now is very much of Macho Man. I get the
Absolutely.
Sting reference too, but he
Yeah.
he feels like Macho Man to me, right? So I do think with him winning this Rumble, they are in a very, very good position to make themselves a mainstream star. Because if you paid attention to the Raw entrance after that Rumble and the way the crowd had gravitated towards him, but from Rumble to Raw was two totally different worlds. Like, you have the surprise of him winning, but now this is the guy that's going to WrestleMania. He has the crowd. He's doing the yeet. They're asking him to do the song again, and then they're going crazy for it. You have something there. So I do think this is a good setup for him to be a mainstream star, but Mania is very important. With the loss at Saturday Night Main Event, I kind of want him to go against Gunther. And I think we're going to get that at Mania, although I won't be mad wherever we go with him. He just needs to walk out of Mania the champion. I don't know how they're going to do that, but he needs to walk out a champion from WrestleMania.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. It goes to the entrance. I actually watched the entrance on Monday a couple of times just to really, let it sink in here. And what it comes down to is Jey has right now, he has the aura.
Yep.
He has just everything of the Ultimate Warrior.
Yep.
Warrior will make his entrance.
Yep.
That's what I'm getting at with here. When I see the colors, I see the charisma, I see Sting, and I see the story.
Yeah.
With the entrance, I see Warrior.
Yep.
With the entrance. With the presentation overall, the promos and all that, and the glasses, Macho. So you're combining three different characters here. You're combining Macho, Warrior, and Sting all in one, and that's what Jey Uso is doing. He's doing a damn
Recipe
good
for
job of
success.
it. I love the
Yep.
the colors that he's wearing here. That is some good, that's some good shit right there. So they need to just keep it up. One of the things that I think though that they kind of stutter stepped here a little bit was here in San Antonio at Saturday Night's Main Event. And that was one of my big concerns was how are they going to book this match?
Yep.
If they had have gone to a time limit draw, as I suggested right here on No Gimmicks, of Jey beating him. Barely. Okay? I mean, he got the guy beat. 1, 2, referee has to ring the bell because time is up.
Yep.
So it's like he almost won. Okay.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be the perfect motivation of almost beating Gunther, a guy who don't think you're anything anyway, just a tag team wrestler? Wouldn't that be the perfect story of going into the Rumble? I have to win the Rumble so I can challenge this guy at WrestleMania to win that title because, damn it, in San Antonio, Texas, at Frostbank Center in the main event, I had him beat. And I would have beat him if the damn time had him right now. I know if I get into the ring with him one more time, I can beat him. That's the story they should have told going into the Rumble. Then Monday, he just said, okay, here's the deal, Gunther. I'm tired of your shit. I'm tired of you thinking that I'm nothing. At WrestleMania, it's me and you for the World Heavyweight title. And this time around, I'm Rocky Balboa. You're Apollo Creed. And I'm going to beat you for the title.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And real quick in the chat, we got Bubba John. Welcome to the show, Bubba John. Thank you for tuning in. He said it's the right decision. The man works his ass off. I absolutely agree with that, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Absolutely agree with that. So also he says he agrees. He had told some friends Jey needs to win. He needs to be at a big event. Yeah. So it's the stage for him. And like I said earlier, if he wins this, they've done it. they've created themselves a megastar because he will be if he wins this at Mania. But he
If
has
he,
to.
if and that's what I'm saying, bro. You got two choices. We can go Sting, Great American Bash 90. He beats Ric Flair, or we go Starrcade 97 when
Yep.
Sting beats Hogan, and we all know how he won and how that shit turned out. So they got two choices there. Because
Yeah.
if they go a route of the 97 finish, then Jay, you won, but you didn't really win like you were supposed to.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. But let's talk about the Rumble overall, because the men's Rumble, because there was some surprises in there. First and foremost, we talked about it last week. The last 4 guys in the ring. Did it really pan out? It didn't pan out that way. It was like the last 4 was like, how the fuck did we even get here? And when we were talking on chat. During the Rumble, and we both were like, dude, what the fuck just happened?
That's kind of like, so when Punk eliminated Rollins and Reigns, and then he got eliminated, I was like, what the fuck is going on? That was exactly what I said. What the fuck is going on here? So it was like, okay, who we got left in the ring, right? So, okay, I'm like, they got other plans. And then the post-match with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and CM Punk, it's so good. For all the people out there that think Rollins and Punk hate each other, no, they don't. They're playing.
Oh no,
They have tremendous
money,
tremendous chemistry, tremendous money.
Whatever.
I'm not saying they're best buddies, but whatever shit it was, they have put that to the side because they know they got some fire here. Seth Rollins is doing some of the best work he's done. Okay, he's like rejuvenated himself with what they're doing with him right now. And CM Punk, I mean, listen, loves the guy, hit the guy. The guy, he's a draw. He's out there doing his thing, and just he can stay healthy. He can have a good run there. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, man.
I'm loving the storytelling they got. I'm really intrigued as to the favor that Paul Heyman owes him. They still got that out there in the universe somewhere. I have a feeling it's something to do with him being a manager for Paul Heyman. Something's up. I think that's what this is going to be. Personally, I think that's where they're going to lead this to. I don't foresee Heyman being the wise man for much longer. I don't know. It's just,
you can feel it a little bit.
Don't feel it doesn't feel right because now Roman's a babyface now.
Yeah.
So Roman doesn't need Paul Heyman.
So
and it would tell the perfect story of Roman finally getting the Ulathala back and becoming a tribal chief, but then he don't have the wise man anymore. And this would also be to CM Punk turning heel. I think CM Punk should turn heel.
Yeah. Now there's a rumor, and I want to factor what you just said into this. There's a rumor that at WrestleMania there's going to be a triple threat.
And I posted that in the No Gamers fan group, which you can join on Facebook, by the way.
Yep. So, and shout out to everybody watching from the group right now. We got a nice little group in here tonight. So, there's a triple threat rumor: CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns at Mania. Yeah. How are we going to get there? And if the triple threat between these guys and there's no title involved, how interesting is that going to be for everyone? Because right now it's a grudge. But that would mean if there's triple threat with these 3 guys, something has to be at stake. You just can't be in there to say, I'm going to win this match.
I think that the person that wins this match, if they're going to go the triple threat route, the person that wins the triple threat gets a title shot at Backlash.
Why would they do that at Mania, though?
Because obviously they're going to do John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
We were talking about this earlier, too. We were talking about this earlier.
Obvious. Yeah, that's pretty obvious. That's where they're going to go. That's why they have shuffled the plan. Whatever the plan it was, They've shuffled that plan. So you're going to get Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Championship. You're going to get Cody versus John Cena. I think John Cena will win his 17th championship. And you're going to get to see CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins wrestle, and the winner of that match will go on to Backlash for a world title match against whatever champion that they choose. I think that's what they're going to do.
I could see that too. I could see that too. And Bubba John says someone said the match will be Roman versus Seth, and the favor cash in will be Heyman. From Heyman is Punk going into his Mania main event. I could see that. I need something at stake. Because right now it's a triple threat. Okay.
The money match, to me, honestly, look, to me, just from the promo I saw, the money match for me is CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the match.
Absolutely.
I don't want to see Roman and Cody again. I don't want to see Seth and Cody. I want to see Seth versus Roman.
Yes.
That's a good story there.
Yes.
Okay? But I also think that CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes is a good match that will lead to CM Punk versus Roman at Backlash. Let's go further. CM Punk versus Roman at Backlash. The favor will finally be revealed at Backlash, which would be, if I'm booking and selling a story, would be Paul Heyman turning on Roman Reigns.
I like that. I like that a lot. So if you're watching right now, here's your question. What's your Mania predictions? Give me your matches. What do you think is going to happen? So leave your comments. If you're listening, feel free. Join the No Gimmicks Podcast fan group. Leave your comments. There is a post under there with your Mania predictions. Feel free to leave them. But for me, here's what I want. And I don't know if I'm going to get this, but here's what I would like. I would actually like John Cena versus Gunther. I would like that a lot because you have the old guard, John Cena, and you have a man that's actually putting prestige in the title right now in Gunther.
I don't know. The built-in story is Cody and the built-in
story is Cody and Cena. That's the built-in story. Hey, Amanda, welcome to the show. But what I would like, and this is just my preference, I would like Cena versus Gunther. I would also like Jey versus Cody, which I need to watch SmackDown because I think that story is going to be compelling. Look, Amanda says she's hoping for Cena and Gunther too. I would like to see Jey versus Cody. There's history there. They fought alongside each other. This could actually be a vehicle to drive Cody to turn the heel. Because it's like, damn, man, and listen, he just got out of a bitter back and forth with KO. Someone who he's been fighting alongside against the bloodline. Enter in Jey Uso, who's gunning for his title, has all the momentum in the world. He fought alongside Cody with the bloodline to eradicate the new bloodline. And now he's gunning for the title. It's nothing personal, but Cody can make it personal because this is my title. And even Punk alluded to, hey, man, are you okay? Doesn't necessarily have to be Cody and Punk. It can be Jey and Cody, to where this man, he is distraught. He is losing. His title is meaning everything to him. And here you go. This guy wants to be the man. I need to be the man to shut this shit down.
So let me tell you this right now. The whole reason why they are doing the Elimination Chamber match and is featuring wrestlers from Raw, okay, it would make sense, perfect sense, that it would be the World Heavyweight title with Gunther. That's pretty obvious. That's what they would do, right?
Yeah, because he lost to him already. You have a story. There's a story with Jey, and here's the upside.
No. I'm talking about the Elimination Chamber. I'm talking about all the participants in the Elimination Chamber are all Raw wrestlers.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
Raw,
yeah.
the Raw
Yeah.
Heavyweight
Right.
Championship is a Raw title.
You're right.
So it's basically, you would think that they're going after Gunther. But me looking at this from where I'm looking at it, they're not going for Gunther's title. They're going for Cody's title. So it's like, if you go
Whoever
into,
wins.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see. What you're saying.
Because Jey already gave us away at the press conference that he was going for Gunther. That's the one he wants. If you go this route with, they did this promo segment, they did this in this long ass promo segment on Monday between him and Gunther, where Gunther came out and he basically said, dude, you got options. You should probably go pick Cody, because if you get in the ring with me, I'm going to basically destroy you. I'm going to put you down like a diseased dog. That's what he said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Them fighting words.
So basically, it's like this. If you're WWE, why would you waste all that time building up that match just for Jey to pick Cody? Don't make sense.
Here's what makes me say
and if you do Cody versus Jey, I'm sorry, that's basically like Cody versus Roman. Same situation. You just fight another member of the bloodline.
Yeah, technically. But here's what makes me say anything is possible right now.
And then I want to cut you off real quick. Then if you pick Cody, then you're just doing what Gunther says you would do, because you got options and you don't want to fight me. So now you look like a weak bitch.
Oh, come on, dog.
You know.
Come on, dog.
Trust your feelings. You know it to be true.
Come on, dog. I think anything is possible right now. Anything is possible. What makes me say anything is possible is because last year, I don't think it was supposed to be Cody and Roman. I'm thinking last year was supposed to be Rock and Roman, and the fans changed their mind on it. So I think they're paying extra close attention to these interactions, because you had CM Punk and Cody in a very interesting exchange. If we get an interesting exchange on SmackDown, it could very well be Cody versus Jey.
Yeah, but here's the thing with that. So let me burst your bubble. We had that interesting confrontation between CM Punk and Cody, and CM Punk did not win the Rumble.
He didn't.
So that doesn't matter.
This is where the favor comes in. It doesn't matter. He didn't need to win the Rumble. And he probably doesn't need to win the Elimination Chamber. He has a man in his corner who owes him a favor that can move mountains. He's done it before.
I just don't see them doing a story, because then it's like, okay, the wise man gives Roman, let's just say hypothetically, Roman Reigns wins the Elimination Chamber, he goes on to wrestle at WrestleMania against Cody again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're trying to tell me that CM Punk is going to call in that favor and say, "Oh, give me Roman's title match for a rest." You see how everybody looks like You see how everybody looks like weak pussies here?
It can happen, bro. I'm just
saying. What I mean? Yeah, it would be like Roman Reigns would come in, and Roman Reigns was like the dumbest babyface because you got swindled in this situation. Roman's
been getting swindled this whole time. This entire time.
You know how that sounds to me, dude? All right. History lesson. They did a similar angle like that in 1995 in WCW. It was with Hulk Hogan versus the Giant. It was his first match of Halloween Havoc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Hart turns on Hogan, and they give the belt to the Giant. The next night on Nitro, the Giant thought it was a champion, and there was some contract, some crazy shit Jimmy Hart put in the contract that says that they couldn't get. So that's what I mean by stupid baby faces. If you want to see stupid baby faces, you have the archive there. Go watch the WWE Network and go turn on WCW and look at Hogan 95. Stupid baby face. You don't want to have that situation here in 2025 with Roman Reigns. He's supposed to be the tribal chief. The guy got a whole his own bloodline. 2K25. We're gonna make him look like an idiot and say, "Oh, you wise man, you gave away my title match. What's his favor?" Come on, bro.
Hey man,
I will
listen.
never look at him like that, bro. I will.
Anything from now until Mania is possible. A title could change hands from now until Mania. Cody don't even have to walk in Mania as a champion.
You know damn well he's walking into Mania as champion.
I'm just saying.
You know they're not dropping
Stranger
no titles.
things have happened.
They're not dropping no titles until Mania, bro. And it's not going to happen. You know this. Elimination Chamber is a glorified house show with a cage.
I'm just saying.
You know it is. You know
be open-minded, because anything.
Oh, I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded to them doing their safe booking, and they're gonna give you Cody versus. It's most likely gonna be. Listen, Cena cut this whole thing. Didn't take no questions. He already told you, I'm gonna pull my political card.
That was some heel shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna play politics here. That was some. That there was some. That doesn't work for me, brother. That was some Hulk Hogan shit he was doing at that. He basically said, listen, all I've done for this company, I deserve to be in the main event of WrestleMania. So I'm going to let these guys run their mouths for a month, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to take them all out. And I'm going to go to WrestleMania for the title. That's what's going to happen. That's why they're telling you this. It's coming from PW Insider, who I trust. They're telling you it's going to be a triple threat because they got to insert Cena into that situation. If you put this as John Cena's final match at WrestleMania, not the kayfabe Hulkamania's final match at WrestleMania 8 versus Sid Justice, but actually we know it's his final match.
Yes.
To be the story going into Mania, to be number 17, to have that 17 title against Cody Rhodes. So basically what you got here is you got the old guard of the Ruthless Aggression era versus the new guard of Cody Rhodes. That's what you got here. If you put John Cena in there against Gunther, I'm sorry, it will do nothing for Gunther to beat him. If Gunther beats Cena, it does nothing at all for him either. Because John Cena just doesn't have that star power in order to give that rub anymore. We've seen that with Solo. We've seen that with Bray Wyatt's career. God rest his soul. Bray Wyatt's career was never the same after he had that promo, that feud with John Cena. He never recovered from that.
This is true. That's true. Real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go to the comments real quick. So, Jeff says, I like to see Cena nowhere near the championship ever again. Go make movies. Damn, it's ruthless. Speaking of KO, is he going to fight Sami Zayn at Mania? We can address that in a minute.
Yep.
We can address that in a minute. Amanda Punk still has a favorite, though. Any possibility of Cody versus Jey versus Punk? Like I said, anything is open for everything's on the table right now. And I think WWE knows this and they're just putting feelers out right now.
Yeah, but she's saying Cody versus Jey versus Punk. Like, would you get there?
The favor.
But what does that favor have to do with Cody and Jey Uso?
What does the favor have to do with Punk and Roman? Nothing.
He was to help out Roman Reigns. It was to help the bloodline.
Oh, come on.
Why was CM Punk there? Why was CM Punk inserted into that match at Survivor Series? He did that for the Wise Man. He did it as a favor. That's what it has to do with. It has to do with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns had no backup. They had to get the OG bloodline back together. They had no fifth man. So the only reason why CM Punk was there to begin with, and the angle that had nothing to do with him, was because of Heyman promising something. That's why he was there. It has to do with Roman Reigns. That's why Roman Reigns. So
my favor is put me in this championship match.
But what does that have to do with Jey Uso? You can't just go in there and usurp Jey Uso. It has nothing to do with him.
I mean,
gotta make it make sense, bro. It has nothing to do with him. That was an OG bloodline angle. They're not the bloodline anymore. The bloodline hasn't even been mentioned on television anymore because it's not going to be mentioned on TV.
There it is. But
so what does that have to do with Jey Uso?
It doesn't have to do with Jey Uso. It has to do with the title.
Okay, but what does that have? Okay, fine. Okay. How do I have control over the title? My guy is not the champion. So how do I have control over the title? What favor can I possibly give?
The favor is put me in this championship.
How
match.
do you have the power to do that?
He probably don't have the power to do shit right now. But that's what I'm saying. Paul Heyman is a guy that can move mountains. He's done it on
what
many
does
of
that have to
occasions.
do? Okay, but what Amanda is saying here is Cody versus Jey versus Punk, when she brought up the possibility of favor. What does that favor have to do with this scenario here with Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes? Nothing. That would have to do
I
something
get where
with
you come
Roman
from.
Reigns.
It needs to be a story
And
attached.
so there's something.
I get where you're
Reigns.
coming from with that.
That's where the betrayal is going to come from, because whatever this favor is that he owes him, and just look at the Rumble when CM Punk was leaving, and he looked right at Paul Heyman, and that favor shit came back into play because you owe me. So whatever it is something to do with Roman Reigns, and I think what it has to do with is you're my manager, bro. He said it on the show.
Well, he's always
man.
said that that was my wise man first.
Yeah, he said on SmackDown, our wise man is what he said. So I think that's what it's going to come down to. You got to make a choice. It's either him or it's me. So what you could end up getting here is you could end up getting Roman Reigns versus CM Punk at Backlash. You could get that match. And that's probably where you're going to get the reveal of whatever this favor is. That's where I'm going in. I'm just trying to make it make sense.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just going the selfish route. I don't need the story. Put me in find a way to put me in this main event. And it can be as easy as that for me.
Bring up the comments right quick.
Then Bubba John says, shout out to Mac watching on YouTube. Yes, we're talking Mania matchups possibles based off group. I wish the Elimination Chamber would be moved to another time. I don't like it before WrestleMania. Interesting comment.
I agree.
Because we talked about this too. Moving the timeline of PLEs, right?
Yep.
We move Royal Rumble back to January because it feels like they are starting to rush just a little bit. Yeah. It's a lot of compact stories. They're making sense, but it's kind of rushed. You're not letting a lot of this breathe. For instance, the KO Sami Zayn thing. He lost that Rumble badly. So much shout out to Rob. People were legitimately concerned about Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Khan watched it with me, and she was like, "Oh my God, he died." And I'm like, this is amazing. Shout out to KO too, because they said he actually had a lot to do with that match.
But, he put it together.
Yeah. So him showing up on Raw was kind of a disconnect for me. I would have wanted that to play out another week. Just have him at home. He's there. You don't have to have him make an appearance, right? Hold that off for at least another week. He comes in, he's still kind of banged up, and then he still does that. I get what they were going for last night, but on Monday night, but I would rather them wait another week. But you're starting a fast track because you have Elimination Chamber coming up, and then Mania's almost right after it. So I agree with that comment, Bubba John.
I think it really hurts them to have this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view so close to Mania.
It's risky. That's not a safe PLE. It's not.
It's not because when you do this, honestly, you take all the focus off of the Royal Rumble winner, because that basically is like
the winner of the chamber.
Yeah, because the winner of the chamber also gets the main event WrestleMania. And guess what, bro? Let's just say this. What night is he main eventing Mania?
Right. And then that takes the focus away from the women too, because you had a women's Royal Rumble winner, and Charlotte she's a big name.
Okay, let's just keep it 1,000. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. And
go ahead. Go ahead. Go hit the gutter.
No one gives a shit about the women's Rumble match. They don't. I'm sorry, they don't. And it's nothing against the girls. It's just I'm looking at the presentation here. I'm looking at what I saw on Monday night. No one cares about this. Charlotte Flair.
I don't know if that's
Charlotte Flair shouldn't have been. I'm gonna tell you why no one cares about this. Instead of someone new coming in and winning the shit, they give it to Charlotte Flair. Which I got no beef with Charlotte. But it's like, bruh, we got a lot of the females out there that's been kicking ass this year.
I
that
agree.
can go in there and get this done. And then you of all, okay. Now I'm gonna bring the dark side out because I got to say something. Now you out of all the people, you bring Nikki fucking Bella out there.
I knew it. I knew
now,
it was
I'm
coming.
thinking like, girl, were you just there? You had to be on this show because Cena was going to be there.
Oh, it's a low blow.
No, I'm just saying though. Like she got in there, and I'm like, you in there? You know who should have won the Rumble? You know who deserved it?
Who?
Nia Jax deserved it.
I picked Bianca. I picked Bianca, but that was just me.
But then I could say the same thing about damn Naomi.
Yeah, either or.
You see what I'm saying? You have so many females in that deserve it. Yeah, there's no doubt Bianca could have won that match and went on to Mania and deserved it. Absolutely. Same thing with Naomi. Naomi should get a whole lot more than what she's getting. Because when I look at Naomi and the talent that Naomi has, it's just like, okay, we'll take Jade out and we'll just insert you in there. Like sloppy seconds. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And she deserves more than sloppy. You know, when the original Bloodline was there, but that's unfortunately the time when her and Sasha Banks walked out, she should have fit in right with the Bloodline. Naomi should be a heel. Because remember, Naomi was a heel before.
Yeah.
That's where the whole thing came from. That she wanted to do the glow. But she should be a heel. And I think the story that's going to happen with her is going to be she's going to be revealed as the one who attacked Jade Cargill.
I agree with
that's
that.
What I think.
Listen,
I'm just saying, bro. They got it. They should just anybody but Charlotte. That's just my point.
No, I get you. Let's hit the comments because you have people that agree. So Bub John says Heyman could have pulled with Raw GM. I don't know about that. Like I said, Cena shouldn't be nowhere near a championship. Damn.
You kind of, I mean,
the group don't like Cena. I guess.
Hey.
Boo for Charlotte winning. Damn, Brie Love. Wait a damn time. Jay should have won, returned and won. What is going on with Jade?
Jade Cargill posted a video. It was a picture. I don't know. It was like maybe a month or two ago. It was her and all like it was like. Did you see that picture of her with all the blood on her? Okay, so she posted a picture.
I gotta look. I'll look for it.
Yeah, she posted a picture and she was like, she was covered in blood, and it reminded you of that movie Carrie.
Yeah,
that's what it looked like. That's where it was from. So remembering Carrie was betrayed by people who she thought was her friends.
I like it. So it could be both.
Obviously, you can go this route. Hey, we can go the New Day route and turn Bianca heel. You can turn Bianca heel. You can turn Naomi heel. Okay. Or it could be basically, listen, Naomi can be like, I don't like either one of y'all. And just have her feud with Bianca.
I like either way. I like either way. Because either one of them.
Naomi is a heel. I'm just sick and tired. I just think they can do a lot more with Naomi.
Yeah, I'm over the glow stuff too. I thought what she did in TNA was way better. And she toed the line of heel in TNA. I would like to see her go back to that. Honestly.
It would honestly make sense though for Bianca to turn heel at this point because Montez Ford is turning
exactly.
It would make perfect sense for them to do that. Yep. But at the same time, I saw someone at the Rumble that was impressive. B-Fab.
You know what? I'm going to give you that too. Yeah. I'm going to give you that too. I was very impressed.
I didn't even know who she was at first because she gets it's a complete different. And I'm used to her coming out with Hit Row.
Yeah.
So when she came out there, I'm like, who? I'm like, oh, that's B-Fab.
She held her own too for a minute. Her and I like Lash Legend too.
Lash Legend was good.
Yeah.
Of course, my girl Jada Parker did her thing out there. I'm a big Jada Parker fan.
Yo, they need to fix this music, bro.
Oh my God.
My God. Fix the music. like make these people record. That was the biggest problem with the women's rumble to me is
Yep.
if you didn't like you don't know their music, so you don't know who's coming out.
You don't know
And
what
when
the
they
hell it
come
is
out,
until it comes up on the screen.
exactly, and it's just like and then you have people like when her music hit, the place goes crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Gary
Like,
Johnson's on.
yeah, exactly. So please fix these people's music.
Man,
It's
and
killing
Trish
me.
Stratus, Trish Stratus still looks good after all these years.
Hell yeah.
It's like she looked just like she did than her last run she just had recently.
Yeah.
I mean, she looked more like Trish Stratus here than she did the last run to me.
Yeah, most definitely. And shout out to Brie Love. She said Jay's filming something.
Oh, okay.
So cool beans. But let's move on because we ain't trying to keep y'all too long. Let's talk about the ratings.
Yeah.
Let's talk about these ratings. So Netflix dropped the January 27th. This was the go home to the Rumble. They dropped the numbers, and where are we at? 2 million worldwide?
Yeah.
Just over 2 million worldwide?
Yeah, I think it was like what 2.9 or something like that.
Yeah. So they dropped 100,000 from the last rating.
Yeah.
And this is globally. This is an issue. And this is something that I try to alert people to without being something. It's not an AEW thing. It's not a WWE thing. It's a pro wrestling thing.
Right.
The audience. We're not as big as we think we are, bro. It's like this number is indicative of where we are as wrestling fans. There's not a lot around the world. And for as good as we like to talk about the product is, how exciting things are becoming, it doesn't seem like there's growth. What is going on with these ratings?
So I think what it comes down to, honestly, is it comes back to generational viewing and building that audience. I honestly believe that we are still under the WCW effect. And what I mean by that is once WCW went under, those wrestling fans left and they never came back. They came back for a short time to see what WWF was going to do with WCW. And you can tell in the ratings in 2001 when it happened, and they never came back after that. They came back sporadically over the years. I think the last big jump they had was probably when the NWO came in 2002, and it fell off again, and they never recovered from that. I think a lot of those people they stopped watching it. They moved on to UFC, and
that's a good point.
That's what it is. It's just people it was a lot more. It was a lot better when you had, even when WCW was losing. So this is the thing that people kind of like don't take into account. Even when WCW was losing, even when Nitro was getting beat by Raw, they were still pulling in 3 million viewers a week on TNT.
Yeah.
And WWE was doing like what 5s and 6s, right? 5, 6, 7s. Nitro was still pulling in 3. Okay.
Yeah.
The ratings for Nitro is higher than what they're getting for Raw today and SmackDown. That should tell you something. But TV has changed. Okay. So with them being on Netflix now for Raw, can't no longer talk about the linear TV because they're not on linear TV. They're on streaming. And you're on the biggest streaming service in the world, and you're only getting 2.9 million viewers.
Yep.
Globally.
And
that's a problem.
That is a problem. So we compared this to the NFL Christmas Day thing that they had, right? They pulled in 30 million viewers for that globally. The Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight pulled in 60 million globally for that streaming. And that stream was awful. We'll talk about that in a minute. Real quick in the comments, Bubba, yeah, we forgot about Alexa, but good entrance. Ratings are going to drop more because Netflix prices are going up again. That's an interesting comment.
I don't think so, because see, here's the thing. The prices have been going up steadily, and they're gaining subscribers. Netflix actually gains subscribers, which is crazy. This is what Disney Plus has never been able to figure out how they're doing this. They're able to gain subscribers with the higher packages. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing it, but they're able to do that. So I see what she would, I see, where she would come from that, but that has no effect on it because Netflix has such a wide variety of content that people will pay for it. And we're seeing that. And recently, Peacock has gained more subs.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus has gained more. The only streaming service out there that's really doing shitty at the moment is Disney Plus.
Yeah, you're right. Bubba John says he just renewed his Netflix membership for Raw.
Bubba John, I only have it for Raw.
Yeah, a lot of people get it and they get the ad free. I don't have the ad free, but I heard the experience is different.
I listen. I got the listen. I'm real quick. I was out there tonight. I was like, I got to go back and watch the New Day's entrance. Fucking fire, bro.
Oh yeah,
that
most definitely.
I had to go back and watch it again. And I'm like, but then the ads came up, and it was like 75. I'm like, no, fucking 3 ads. I'm like, I said, I'm going to upgrade the tier. I said, I can't do this ad shit. I was like, I don't have
ads. That's how
ads
they get you, man.
I don't have ads on Peacock. I did the ad tier on Peacock, and I was watching WCW Uncensored the other day, and right as they were about to do a spot, it went to a commercial, and I said, right in the middle of a spot, really? So I was like, I had to hit Roku up and say, hey, listen, jackasses, I want to upgrade my tier to ad free. I got ad free on everything. I got ad free on the Max. I got ad free on all of it. So Netflix, I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and just fucking just get it because it's ridiculous. I hate ads.
Nah, give me the ads, bro. I'm okay.
It went up to but Bubba John, it went up though. So I think it's like $7.99 now.
Yeah, they are raising prices, but
yeah.
With that being said, it's 2.9 globally is not a good number. And remember, when they first started, we were projecting like 10 mil at least. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know who you was projecting that. What was you drinking?
No, I projected like 5. I was like, if they did, and they landed around there.
I think we were in like a 3-4 range is what they were going to get.
Yeah, globally, I was like, if they do 10, that's phenomenal.
Oh, my bad. Hold up a second, homie. My bad. We were talking about when we did our analysis on the numbers. We were talking about 3 million, 4 million right here in domestically.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
weren't even taking into account. So the global, fact that doing 2.9 globally, damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Globally, I was thinking like 10. US, I was thinking like you're gonna get like 3-4 million US. So I was immediately like, this is a good number, but it ain't a great number. But what it also tells us is this is the wrestling audience globally. This is what the wrestling audience is. Upwards of 3 million people globally, give or take. So we have to find a way, because where we at right now, the numbers are dropping.
Yep.
And it's not a knock to WWE, because I think the production's great. What they're doing in the ring is great. They're giving us great stories. But what's not translating is the growth. It's all for that audience. And that audience isn't spreading the joy, so to speak. So it's not connecting outside of that audience. They need to find something. And what we were saying before the show, there is no mainstream crossover real potential star right now to really grow the fan base. You're on the verge of that with somebody like a Jey Uso, but you only have one of those in the entire industry with that type of potential. You can't say anybody else has that. You're just bringing in. So what they did with the debut, right? They did damn near 5 million people with the debut, but look who they brought in. You have to bring in the biggest stars of yesteryear. You don't have anybody currently that could do that. And those people aren't going to be there consistently. And that's what we're seeing. So when they're not there consistently, you don't have anybody there currently on that level that could raise the stock up, bring in more fans, and keep them there consistently. You don't have that anywhere in the industry. So the wrestling fan base is what it is right now.
Is Roman Reigns technically is Roman Reigns a part of Raw?
I think when they did the whole Netflix thing, I think him, CM Punk, and occasionally Cody are all Raw. Because even Cody comes in from time to time.
We have some comments here. We got a long one from Jessica.
Yep, let's read it. In my opinion, fans are tired of seeing the guaranteed superstars get pushed. Then there are more upcoming talent stars not getting the opportunities, except Charlotte winning the Rumble. I agree with this, actually.
I agree with that, but I also think that this is WWE's fault. So we had a time in the business where they would push multiple people at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're literally sitting here talking about, man, Jey Uso's that guy. Jey Uso. They did the same. They had the same issue with Cena, where they wanted to push Cena and Cena. Back in the day, they would push Hogan. You were pushing Macho Man. You were pushing the Warrior at the same time. We don't have that now, where you can push multiple guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like where, shit. Roxanne Perez had a hell of a showing the other night at the Rumble.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
to be the last, to be the one that get eliminated by Charlotte. Like I wanted to be like, please swerve. Just give me a little bit of a swerve.
And I don't like, and like I said before, I don't like the fact that Charlotte won. I understand why she won.
Everybody
because arguably she's the biggest female star they have in the business, in the WWE. Like it or not, it is what it is. The woman's name carries a lot of weight. The name
absolutely
carries a lot of weight. So that's why you're going to have her there, even if you put her in there with Rhea Ripley, okay, or whoever. You're going to put her in there with Rhea. You can put her in there with a Tiffany. I think it's going to be Tiffany personally.
I think so too.
Go. Okay,
yeah, I think so too.
Which I think would be good if she gave Tiffany the rub at Mania, because Tiffany beating Charlotte would mean a lot more than Charlotte beating Tiffany.
Yeah,
just
most
saying.
definitely.
Okay,
most definitely.
So, but hopefully, like I said, once again, it goes back to generational viewing. It goes back to, okay, you have children, you get them watching WWE, then when they grow up and have children, they get their kids. That's how the business progresses, and that's how it goes. You're not seeing that now.
Yeah,
you're not. Seeing that now. You're just seeing like people sporadically come in and say, okay, we'll watch it this week, but then like we kind of get out of it, and then we'll come back. That's the problem. And that's why nobody gets over. But it also it's a creative problem, because if you don't have people consistently on that show with good stories, and people are going to lose focus and lose interest.
Yeah. And that's why I said,
why was the New Day not in the Rumble? Kofi Kingston.
You have a lot of questions
every year. I got a lot of questions. I've got a lot of questions.
You have a lot. There's a lot of people that should have been in the Rumble and that were not in the Rumble.
Look, I ain't making this no race thing, but I'm gonna just say it because that's what we do on No Gimmicks. We only had one black guy in that Rumble the other night.
Two.
Who?
Technically, so you had I Show Speed, and
we only had one black guy in the Rumble the other night with Carmelo Hayes. All right. I'm talking about a contractually obligated WWE superstar. We only had Carmelo Hayes. So when people talk about representation, where's the representation?
Nah, I get you.
You know what I mean? So where was the New Day? Where was our truth? Where was all these different people? Apollo Crews couldn't be there. Apollo Crews is injured. So where's the rest of the guys at? That's one of the things.
Omos was in town because I saw him pop.
You know,
I saw him pop up in the picture.
Where were these guys at? So I just have to bring that little part up that I noticed there, and it kind of goes back to what MVP was talking about, and the reason why MVP did not resign with the whip. Why Bobby Lashley didn't resign with the whip. So I don't know, bro. They need to kind of fix that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can have the Street Profits out there interfering in the tag match, but the Street Profits were not in the Rumble.
In the Rumble, exactly.
Don't make no damn sense.
I agree. I definitely agree.
But hey, we got time for, we got time for, people like, Andrade getting no reaction. Nothing against Andrade, but why should you care about Andrade?
He hasn't been on TV there. And that's another thing. A lot of these people you haven't seen or heard anything from, so it's kind of like, they have potential. This Rumble had a lot of potential.
Wait, Jessica had another comment.
I know. She said, "Watch Brock show up. Watch Brock show up to bring the ratings back up."
I can't even show it up.
No, I doubt it. I highly doubt
that. Brock is not showing. Brock is not going to show up for a while. If he does it all.
If he does it all, yeah. I was about to say if he does it all. And then Bubba ends it out saying, has the Raw champion even had a match on Raw since it moved to Netflix? I don't think he has.
No.
I don't think he has.
No, it's just been he had the match at Saturday Night's Main Event. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely yep. It matters. Yeah. Definitely matters.
Everybody else got represented. Just saying.
Yeah. You can't disagree with that. You can't disagree with it. So
she's doing Black History Month.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yep. Well, buddy, let's get into final shots and thoughts. Wind this thing down. All right, man.
I saw that come up, and I was like, "Oh, did this dude cut off or something?" Like he did the NWO shit.
Nah, it's a new transition video. I
was like, "What the hell?"
Up in the production, bro.
yeah, I feel you. You like Jacob Fatu getting that WWE money, go out and get real.
All right, man. So, thank you to everybody that tuned in tonight. Thank you for all the comments. That was dope. This is our first live show in a while, so the interaction is definitely appreciated, man. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, if you're watching, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, search @NoGimmicksDFPN. Subscribe to the channel. We drop content weekly. I'll be back tomorrow for the MPX weekly update. So shout out to MPX Metroplex Wrestling, who had Athena in the house this past weekend.
Okay.
Dope stuff, man. It's a pleasure working with them. They're really good to No Gimmicks, so make sure to shout them out every show, man. But follow them also. Metroplex Wrestling on YouTube. They drop videos every day. They work with us. We'll be looking forward to doing another event, another pre-show with them over on Destiny, MPX Destiny. I'll drop details later, but make sure you guys stay in tune for that. Don't forget, follow all the other channels that we have. We have CJ Loves Horror. He's got a channel. USDN has their own channel now. The United States Department of Nerds, Smoke Pit, the Smoke Pit podcast. All of these people have a channel over on YouTube, so make sure you show support. Go subscribe to the channels, man. Show some love. If you like our show, you'll love theirs. So make sure you go support. What you got, brother?
Well, you can actually follow your boy D Vader right here on Instagram at D Vader Cosplay. I'll be posting, little content up there of me in my full Darth Vader costume. So try to do my thing a little bit, just trying to get out there. So D Vader Cosplay on Instagram. You can go out there and follow your boy, like I said. be posting some stuff. Gonna be posting a lot more stuff. Recently submitted to join the 501st Legion, so I'm waiting to hear back on that situation. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I just followed you. I realized I didn't follow the D Vader, so I just followed you on there. So
I
go follow the guy.
Appreciate your support.
Follow the guy. Put your support in. Always a pleasure to see you doing what you do, man. It's I know you put a lot of time and effort into the cosplay
every day.
I know you do. So
I mean, bro, I literally go work a shift and I get off work and I come in. And what's the first thing I gotta do? I got OVD. So that's the Vader. You know what I'm saying? So I go in, I gotta do something to my armor or something to my helmet. It's like, I do it constantly. So yeah, like I said, D Vader cosplay on Instagram. How about your boy? Also, here, no gimmicks. Support your boys here and doing what we're doing here. We're trying to put out the best wrestling content that we can, and we gotta have another podcast come up. I've been trying to configure what I want to do. Been talking to the Black Mac here about what I want to do, and got some good information from Jeff from USDN on some stuff. So just trying to work out the actual factuals here, but it's going to be something to do with cosplay, something to do with entertainment.
Love it.
That's kind of where we're going to go here. Because I like to talk about other things than wrestling.
Yeah.
So that's what we got going on here. Also, don't forget to help control the pet population out there. Have your pets spayed or neutered. That's very important, people. You don't want to have all these strays running around. You don't want to have all these ferals out there. You know what I mean? So let's make sure we know what we got to do for the population out there. It's important.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Well, I got nothing else. Ready to wrap this up?
We can wrap it.
All right, man. Thank you guys for tuning in to the No Gimmicks podcast this week. Don't forget, come back next week. Until next time, you guys be safe. Take care of each other. Enjoy what you want to enjoy. Peace.
And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmick. Yeah. And I know it's all business, all business, all business. We give them no gimmicks.